Hi, this is Tony Lin. Welcome to my video. Today I'm going to share you a sad news. Uh, this is from New York Times, and maybe you already heard about this from mainstream media. It says, title says, Colin Powell, who shaped the U.S. national security, died at 84. He's a former chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, Secretary of State, and the National Security Advisor. So Mr. Powell died of a complication of COVID-19, his family said. So today I share this news with you. I'm not going to focus on the Colin Powell because on the mainstream media you can see who is he and what did he achieve. And today I'm going to focus my topic on COVID-19. And as you can see, Mr. Powell, he died of a COVID-19 complication. And let me read further in this article on New York Times. Here it says, the cause was a complication of COVID-19, his family said in a statement, adding that he had been vaccinated and was being treated. So, so you saw it. The Mr. Powell, he was fully vaccinated, but he still died of the COVID-19 complication. So normally, when normal people see this news, and we will start to ask questions. If a vaccine is safe and effective, like many experts and doctors said on the mainstream media, then why? And some experts even said the vaccine is 100% prevent death. Then how come Mr. Powell still died of the COVID-19? So normal people will start to ask questions. Of course, we're not just because of these one news. We're going to disprove the effectiveness, efficacy of the COVID-19 vaccine. But normally, people should start ask questions. This is a normal reaction. However, there are a group of people when they see this news, they will freak out. Because in their mind, they think vaccine is the only solution to this pandemic. If any news or evidence show you that this vaccine is not working or suggest the vaccine is not working, they will be freaked out. And they will start to look for any little piece of information to disprove this Colin Powell is died of COVID-19. And fortunately for these people, they can actually find these piece of evidence. And that is the very common for this group of people. Whenever they see the people who are fully vaccinated, they still die of the COVID-19, they always go with this reasoning. They will believe this person has a lot of comorbidity. Meaning maybe he has a diabetes or cancer or very overweight or heart disease. So they will choose instead of this news is clearly says even though this news is clearly say that this Mr. Colin Powell is died of the COVID-19 complication, but in their mind they start to play a role of the doctor and start to find any piece of evidence to show you he is not died of the COVID-19. He's died of other medical complication. And fortunately, they did find something from this news. And Mr. Colin Powell, he also had cancer. So in their mind, this group of people, they started to believe, even though they are not doctors, but they still give the Mr. Powell a diagnosis without even seeing the Colin Powell himself. Then they start to play the role of doctor. Because usually, if you want to verify the cause of death, you need to do an autopsy, right? But in their mind, they start to play a doctor and start to do their own imaginary autopsy, and they will believe Mr. Colin Powell, he is died of because of a cancer or other disease. So based on these people's behavior and how they do their reasoning, I come up with a name for this group of people. I call them vaccine worshippers. So these group of people, they don't act to the news and the data like the normal people do. We always, like normal people, we always learn from more information and ask for more questions. But these people already have very strong belief with the vaccine. So any data or news that suggested that the vaccine is not working very well, they always can find a reason trying to fool themselves so they can make their they can hold their belief, which is they believe that a vaccine is the only way solve this pandemic, and the vaccine is the only way to bring their forever life. That is why I call them vaccine worshipper. So now you know who are. I mean, now you know who are. Now you know what is a vaccine worshipper, and let me tell you, the vaccine worshipper, they actually their belief is contradict themselves, and because whenever now you already know that these vaccine worshipper, when they see fully vaccinated people still died of COVID-19, they always without seeing any data or evidence, they always believe that these people died not because of COVID-19 but because of the comorbidity. Then they always believe the comorbidity play a bigger part of his death. However, they didn't realize this reasoning actually contradict their own belief that the vaccine is the only solution to this pandemic. Let me explain you how. So, whenever they see a fully vaccinated died of COVID-19, they always think this is because of their comorbidity. So they always think this person is died of because he or has a heart disease, because he has diabetes, or maybe he has overweight problems. So remember when we start the vaccination in the United States, which group of people we start the vaccination? Is the people who have a lot of comorbidity. When people died of the COVID-19, they always think the comorbidity is a bigger cause of the death. Then the first priority for these people is not to take the COVID-19 vaccine, is to find a treatment to their comorbidity, right? So can you see the irony here? The vaccine worshipper, they always think the people who are fully vaccinated still died because of the COVID-19. Their main cause of the death isn't the COVID-19. Their main cause of the death is comorbidity. So for people who have a comorbidity, according to the vaccine worshippers' explanation, their first priority is not to take the vaccine, but to treat their comorbidity. Then These actually contradict the vaccine worshiper, their most important value and belief that vaccine is always the first priority. However, we cannot blame everything on these vaccine worshiper, because the reason they become the vaccine worshiper is they are brainwashed by the mainstream media, and we all know one of the strategy for the mainstream media to drive people to take the vaccine. The main strategy is fear. So they always said how dangerous is this COVID-19, and they brainwash you every day, telling you that the vaccine is the only solution. That is why we see a lot of vaccine worshippers today. So these vaccine worshipper is driven by fear. So that is why when they see the news, like Mr. Colin Powell, he died of the COVID-19, they couldn't make their mind to think straight, and they always their mind is controlled by the fear is and so that's why they don't even look at they couldn't look at the data objectively. So if you are normal people, like we always want to learn more about the science, and we always ask questions when we see something is unusual, and we need to share these information to to these vaccine worshippers, so that they can wake up one day, because the reason why we are still in this pandemic is because we have too many vaccine worshippers, and we have a lot less people who actually look at the science, look at the data, and actually find the answer by asking questions. So please, because these people have too much fear, so they cannot think straight. So hopefully, by share this video, and let them look at let them know that their belief actually, their reasoning is actually contradicting their own belief. So these people can, by sharing this video to more vaccine worshiper, hopefully we can make them wake up one day, and so that this pandemic, we can use the scientific way to find a solution to this pandemic, and we can resolve this pandemic more quickly. And before I finish my video, I need you to do me a favor, because as some of you already know, we have censorship on a lot of platforms, including Twitter, YouTube, Facebook. So please check my description, and I have uploaded my video to a lot of different video, social media, and video platform. I actually upload my video to not just YouTube, but also Facebook, and Rumbles, and Odysee, and locals.com, and Telegram. Please consider to go to these other sources, because as you know that they are very strong censorship on the main social media, and I can make another video for you, but before you can watch my next video, you need to check at least one of these media not affected by the censorship yet. As far as I know, Rumbles and Odysee and Telegram, they are not affected by the censorship. So please, if you watch my video from Facebook or YouTube, please consider to subscribe to my Telegram or Rumbles or Odysee. Otherwise, I don't know how long I'll be on the YouTube or Facebook anytime. So yeah, have an amazing day, and hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye.